Okay, so we're on the way. First day here in Orlando. Getting ready to, at the, Orlando, what is it? The,
Gator State? Sorry.
we're getting ready to go to Vidfest. All right, hello.
Hi.
I am here for Vidfest. Official.
How are you?
Ready to go.
The thing that kept me going with making videos even when I was in high school was just like, I loved it so much that I wasn't going to stop me if like 3 guys thought I was weird. Like, I literally did not care. And that was like a really big proving it for me moment. And I think that's what helped me like push through whenever I get hate now. Like, it's, I don't know, I've just got some tough skin, I guess, through that. So like, this harder experiences are the ones that will prepare you for the future. Like, it's gonna happen to everyone, regardless of whatever you make. It'll probably be worse for some than for others, but you know, you have to deal with it. It's part of the like what happens when you're an online.
I'll give you mine too. Alright, very cool. Providing value for people through real experiences, right? Izzy?
Yeah.
Izzy. Alright, so Izzy, we were able to get on Instagram, recording live on Instagram, but there's also I Love Magnets, is that right? I Love Magnets is also on Instagram. So I'm really happy. The Instagram's I Love Magnets and the podcast is Reporting Live Podcast. All right. So what I'm loving is,
By the way,
loving about this.
I didn't talk about that. My wife and I both have the logo tattooed on our arm.
That is cool.
That's our hands. That's our hands, hers and mine.
Awesome. Oh, okay, behind and in front.
Yep.
See, I love this. There's so much meaning to it.
Hi, my name is Audrey Trinidad. I was born in Houston and I grew up in San Antonio. I do not have a podcast yet, but that's what I'm here learning about. I have a company called Biotech's Crime and Trauma Scene Cleaning, and what I want to do is I want to bring awareness to our industry. We go in when people are facing the most critical times in their lives. I want to make sure that they know that there is a service there that provides for them. And I also want to not only bring awareness to our industry, but also to franchise. I'm looking to franchise. I do have one in Houston and one in Dallas. So I'm looking to further that.
Name is Dan Jarvis. I'm the executive director for 22-0. We're a nonprofit focusing on veteran suicides. We also work with first responder prevention. There's a new treatment for post-traumatic stress, and we share that story in our podcast called the PTSD-3 podcast. What we do is we capture stories of veterans and first responders or family members who have overcome their trauma. Typically, when nothing else works, it'll literally within 3 hours end post-traumatic stress.
Hi, my name is Kenny Harper. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. My company is Rock My Image, and my podcast is Growth Amplifiers. So I'm a business coach and marketing advisor and certified digital marketer trainer.
Time to get some VIP lunch. And get a special presentation at this lunch, so it's pretty cool. Learned a lot to this point. Everything has been really a lot of information. It's been very beneficial. A lot of different offers, a lot of neat things to be able to go check out. So one of the things you might want to consider when you come to this convention, this Podfest, is to make sure that you really check your schedule and that you've got it down, so that way you can get as much information as possible. And that means sacrificing outside, going outside, because it's been 48 hours. I haven't even felt the sun. Just been indoors, man, taking in as much information as I can. So it's time to eat, gather up some more info.
My search. And I thought, okay, I'll check this out. Checked out the video. It's really, really good. And I thought, okay, cool.
And had never had a reason to get in touch with people. Isn't that weird? Your phone is sending you there for what? If your poo is too hard, use Firebird, so you don't have to clock, right? So there's no...
Their own inspiring stories, frame them the right way, so then people will care about the value that work they do. Yeah.
And what would you say, William, to my son who struggles with society sometimes making fun of him? I know you went through a tough time when that teacher said, hey, let me play. I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Yeah, get out of the class.
Yeah, that
don't
was
teach us well.
dumb. What would you say to him, because you've gone through a struggle?
Well, I would say that sometimes when one path might not work out the way you want it to, maybe another path opens up, and that's all we can do. Because actually, what will help your son? In my book, if you can come to our car, I'll give you a copy.
Awesome.
It's called Champion by Choice. I actually talk about my bowling experience back in middle school.
It's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Because I didn't know what it was. There was just one kid that just didn't like me, and then he hit me with his pencil box. It really hurt. Mm-hmm. And then I hit him back.
Good.
And I just thought it was like, okay, well, maybe it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And then towards the lunchtime, I walked into the playground, and then, boom!
Oh.
I got punched in the right eye. I fell down. I couldn't see anything on my right eye. My left eye, I saw the bowling. And I thought I would lose my eyesight from the right hand side forever.
Hey, this is Trini coming to you from the wrap-up of the 2020 Vidfest and Podfest. Hey, it was a great event. It was very well run. Kept you entertained, at the same time, a lot of education. So it was neat to be able to come here and be around these like-minded people who are all trying to find out answers to their podcasting questions. So a couple of the things that I've learned that I take away from here is that there needs to be consistency to a podcast. I am creating a relationship with the person on the other side of the camera, and something that happens in a relationship like that is that person depends on your voice. They're tuning in, they subscribe to you, and there's a reason. They've developed a relationship with you. So I thought it was very interesting that when you look at it like that, you need to be consistent because that person is depending on you. So it's neat because from my side of it, I may have a vacation coming up, I could have a business meeting coming up, and that's okay for me. But for the person that's committed to me, the person that's signed up to hear me, to get whatever they're getting from me, they're dependent on the consistency of when you put your podcast out, what it is that you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do something. They're very dependent on that. And I thought that was probably one of the most interesting views that I learned by coming to this Podfest. One other thing will be just to get started. The organizer, Chris, of this organization said, start ugly. So just get it going, and it's funny because even on this one, this is my second take, and I'm finding out that, hey, I get distracted easily. Somebody's walking by, somebody opens up a door and it kind of throws me off a little bit. And one of the things that we talked about is just do it. Right? Just put it out there. And in the end, it's genuine, it's true, and I think that that's something that people will appreciate. The side of me that's very genuine, very upfront, and is to a degree vulnerable. And I think that that's what I've heard since being here and talking to people and sharing my story, and it really made me feel good. So these are some great things on Podfest and Vidfest, and I just wanted to share those things with you. So we're on to Jacksonville, Florida. We're going to visit some family there, And then we're headed to Billie Jean's Marketing in San Diego, and then we're headed to New York. So I'm excited. Come along with me. So we decided we wanted to get something to eat, and we found a bunch of nice restaurants at Disneysprings. So here we go. Along with all the eating establishments, you'll find a ton of cool shops. Would you like a cupcake? Well, how about trying it, getting it from an ATM cupcake machine? I mean, seriously, you can come here and spend the whole day shopping and food. It's awesome. So one of the things we always struggle when we're on vacation with is, where do we eat? And this place has made it probably the most difficult choice. I don't know, there's a lot of great places around here. We like to normally go where there is restaurants that we cannot get at home. And so we have a plethora of choices here. After a ton of thought and a lot of consideration, we decided on the Edison. I shouldn't get this happy when I'm gonna eat. I'm super excited. Very cool. Check this out, man. This is probably one of the more unique restaurant bars I've ever been in. And I really enjoy environments. Check this out. One of the things that I really enjoy whenever we go to pick a place to eat is the environment. I mean, seriously, even if the food isn't the greatest, it doesn't matter, man. Service and environment, that wins when we're on vacation. You can always go and eat a great meal back home where I know the restaurants, but when you're out on vacation, I definitely don't want a chain restaurant. I want to be able to have something that is unique to the area so that I'm experiencing it in an environment that you can't experience it anywhere else. It's awesome. Look at this, how to... So, my wife got the braised short rib, and I got a burger that is mixed with braised short rib,
Brisket,
brisket and top sirloin. There you go, from my assistant. And I'm about to try this braised short rib, so I'll let you know. Extremely tender. Really tasty. Really tasty. And excellent. Very good. Now, for those of you that know me, know that eating is extremely important to us when we're on vacation, and we got to try on this trip some fajita chicken mac and cheese. I'll let you know, and you know these are real reviews because I care about what you do after I tell you something's good or not. Very tasty. You can taste the spiciness in the chicken. I think it's the chicken. I don't know, man. I'm not a chef. I just know it's good. And now, the Edison burger. It's a great mix. I'm super excited. I just shouldn't be this excited, but I am. So, you're not getting a burger, a typical burger here. This is an Edison burger. Never tasted it before, but it's mixed with flavor. Really good choice. I'm really happy, honey. It's a great choice.
Headed to
Enzo's Hideaway. So we are in the Edison right now. This is the retired power plant of Disneysprings. So Disneysprings has an entire storyline of the building and all the buildings themselves, from their architecture that they are and the way they were. So we are in the abandoned power plant. We are connected to a rum running tunnel, so I'm gonna wait for them to close it so it's, you know, close it, right? So we do share a bathroom with this restaurant. So you're gonna do 2 knocks. You're gonna come through. Don't mind, it can get a little messy in here. If you go left or you go right, they're gonna make you work, so don't go that way. All right, and then we're gonna have these guys come out and then we'll go through. So actually, because we'll be back straight, we're not in this wine cellar. So this is Enzo's Hideaway. You come on through.
Part of the other restaurant?
We are in the same restaurant group. We're all owned by Patina Restaurant Group, so they're all gonna be the same type of thing. We're gonna come on through here, and I'm gonna walk up the exit and I'll explain everything over there. So Maria, different menu. This is all actually operated by Italians that are actually from Italy. So they're on what's called a culture representative program, same as they do over in Epcot. So these guys are all from Italy. You're gonna see this big family table here. This is because Enzo wanted to have his family come sit with his. This is his hideaway. So that's our big family table. These are our rum running tunnels. So he actually found this all. So this is a little secret area. If you look up right around this corner here, there's gonna be some of the bottles that he found. So those are because it was Prohibition area.
How can you come to Disneysprings and not go to the Disney store to get some gifts? You can't. I cannot explain to you how many restaurants there are at this place. It is amazing. And what's cool is because you're in the Florida weather, there are a lot of outdoor dining like you can see up there. It's a lot of outdoor dining here, and I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Your taste buds are gonna be extremely happy. One thing I'll tell you is you cannot come to Disneysprings and not visit the Disney store. holy smokes, this place is humongous. I mean, I'll tell you what, they are not going to give you an opportunity to miss out on getting a gift for one of your loved ones. This place is crazy.